this week saw more than 3,000 delegates from over 90 countries converge in Kuala Lumpur for the 11th World Islamic Economic Forum, WIEF. Themed Building Resilience for Equitable Growth, this year's forum gave a particular focus on SMEs, or small and medium enterprises, as the medium of growth. The WIEF is a product of the OIC Business Forum, which convened in Kuala Lumpur in 2004, a momentous event that brought about the birth of the WIEF in 2005. However, the question is, with so many economic pacts already in existence, how relevant is WIEF, particularly to Malaysia? On Thursday, the 11th World Islamic Economic Forum, WIEF, drew its curtain to a close after 3 days of conference. To sum it up, the issues addressed were on the inequalities in the distribution of wealth, both across and within nations, to safeguard social stability and promote an agenda of global inclusion, peace and prosperity. This seems to echo several other political and economic pacts that are already in existence and which included the member nations of WIEF, such as the annual World Economic Forum in Davos and the Organization of Islamic Conference. So, how relevant is WIEF in lieu of these and many other already existing world and regional pacts?
We are much more realistic, we are more simple yet relevant in terms of the interests of the Ummah. Ummah means the communities, the reality of the situation of communities, especially in Muslim countries as well as other developing countries. That is a very important relevance. We deal with the smaller people who really need the most assistance and most attention. Not that Asia Davos does not pay attention, but the big difference is there.
What we need to do is to increase the trade, the intra-trade between Muslim countries. I think that has tremendous scope for us to leverage on our Islamic connections to increase trade, investment, and economic business linkages. That, I think, should be the way forward.
Since its inception in 2005, the WIEF has grown to become a globally recognized forum, acting as a bridge between the Muslim and non-Muslim worlds, and especially so as Islamic finance has been gaining traction around the world.
We've always given special focus on issues relating to Islamic finance, for example, and you can see, the growth of Islamic finance to some extent can be attributed to the role of WIEF. For example, London now has issued its second Islamic sukuk, and the first one was apparently informed to me by one of the state ministers, British state ministers, was 14 times oversubscribed. So that's an indication that the alternative business model, alternative to conventional financing, i.e. Islamic finance, is gaining traction in places like London. And Luxembourg has started it, and a few other centers as well.
This bodes well for Malaysia especially, as the leading provider of Sharia-compliant financial services, besides being the biggest issuer of Islamic bonds or sukuk bonds in the world, accounting for 57.4% of total sukuk bonds issued globally. Malaysia also has a thriving ecosystem for Islamic finance, which included the International Centre for Education in Islamic Finance, hosted by Bank Negara. Also relevant to Malaysia, the forum's particular focus on SMEs this year, which is in tandem with the realisation of the ASEAN Economic Community, AEC, by year's end.